Oh, hey, what's up there, ladies and gents? Hello and welcome to our 27th episode here on Thursday, December. That is the 7th. We are coming to you live from the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So good.
You could go.
Yes, showcasing Mixer Magic, which is all about FTL and interactivity or interconnectivity, whichever you choose.
It's fine.
FTL allows you to stream at sub-second latency, and interactivity is where viewers don't just watch, they actively participate in what's happening on the screen.
Nowadays, there's a lot to cover in the esports scene.
Nice. That was dramatic and beautiful.
By the way, welcome to this Thursday show.
It's going to be great.
This is good TV, and we're just leave it at that, especially if you're into esports. Blah, blah. Now, speaking of esports, there's a ton to go through, and it's a huge scene. You get to decide what we talk about and give you info on. That's the deal. So you're going to see voting options periodically there below the video window.
That's right. We don't get to choose the topics we discuss. You'll be doing that for us. We only have 30 minutes every single week, so make sure you get your vote in if you want to hear your favorite esports discussed. Now, before we get into the games that we may have for you this week, we normally start the show with a special segment, and this time around, we're doing Clip of the Week.
This one is one of my personal favorites this week. Obviously, Clip of the Week, pretty self-explanatory. Take a look at the most recent videos to pop up in the esports scene, and we make sure you know about it by showcasing it on the show. Let me tell you about this one this time around. I got a little dose of bravado or cockiness, depending on how you define that. You decide. Last weekend at a StarCraft Remastered tournament run by Zotac, the StarCraft trifecta of Artos. Oh, I know it's
Artosis,
Artosis, thank you.
Looks like it.
Tasteless and In Control are cast in a Protoss versus Zerg. I can say words, it's fine. Okay, they're casting a match when one player decided to show off his skills in the game in an unconventional manner. Now, again, it's either bravada or cockiness. You decide. Take a look.
Annoying with a small amount of Zerglings and just slowly kill pylons, slowly kill probes. It's not good to get in the middle of the probe line like this because you just get easily picked off by probe clustering. But down at the expansion, how much does Larva have there to defend? Just a second sunken colony? You basically go sunken Ling and then try to get a third hatchery. That's the proper opening. If Legend hits right now, he will likely bust.
Oh my God! Ling's in the main.
Go.
He needs a drone. Clutch it.
This is enough to kill that.
Yeah, he can kill these sun colonies right now. It just really depends on the drones glitching on the zealots.
Well, he's got pretty good drone glitching, to be honest. And with the Lings coming down here,
he's getting the drones behind the zealots, right-clicking in his main base, and then when they move over the zealots, stops them.
I can believe that, man. Zealots just, there's a reason. Oh my God, no he's not. No he isn't.
Oh my God.
This is insane. Oh my God. This beautiful human being, I can't even, this is the most important, listen everybody, this is the most important thing that's happening on the internet anywhere in the world.
He won't keep doing it though. He keeps.
Will he not?
No, he's doing it at times when you don't need to, and then he's gonna put
Let's
it down.
see.
Are you that flexible in control? Can you do that?
Hell no.
No, I mean like.
I feel like I would get a cramp very quickly doing that.
I'll tell you what, I think he's got a great looking thigh too.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Of course you don't like it.
I don't like that.
You know why you don't like it? Because he also wins this match against Legend.
That is cockiness, in my opinion.
That's fair. Now here's another thing that's going to make you just hot in the collar.
Oh no.
He ends up taking a nap later in this same series.
Oh man.
I
don't like
just
this
feel
guy.
bad.
What's
So
his name?
Larva is the name, is his gamer tag, okay? And he, unfortunately, I believe he wins against Legend. He's up 1-0 at this point in the round, but I'm actually pretty sure he wins this his entire series. It's just, and I will say that the casters just lost it, and I
I don't blame them. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start practicing StarCraft, and I'm gonna beat this Larva.
Are you practicing StarCraft with your feet, or is it?
No. Oh, maybe I should beat him at his own game.
That's literally.
Look out for it.
So
Stay
many
tuned.
layers.
Stay
You heard it
tuned.
here first.
Gotta buy a PC first. All right, so our interactivity is always enabled for this show, so that means we're gonna turn on live voting from time to time. Right now, you'll see 4 choices to choose from that select the next segment. These choices are below the video window, as you can see, in the interactive section. Can't read. Just click on the one you want. From the moment you see the screen, that means you have 30 seconds to vote. You only get to choose once per segment, and you'll see the results update in real time.
It looks like right now, Gears of War is kicking League's arse
The gears.
rather handily. Although I'm starting to see, I don't see, Street Fighter just got on. Street Fighter 5 just got on to the boards
There
here.
we go.
DreamHack Winter getting no love.
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
check out our emotes, by the way. If you follow the channel, you'll be able to use them
yeah.
across Mixer.
Ding,
so
ding, ding.
you can use Kate's face.
Yeah, it's a good one. Don't worry.
Colin Kate.
It's true. And Colin Malik.
Colin Malik star. Can't forget the star.
Let's talk about things you also shouldn't forget.
Some Gears of War.
Gears of War.
All
okay.
right. Do you want to go?
I'll go.
Gears
Only
is
because
good.
I did the Gears show yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's
I got a
right.
report. It was good. It was real fun. Let's talk Optic Gaming though, who took home a whopping $120,000 and 25,000 Gear Pro points after winning the Gears Pro Circuit Dallas Open last weekend. Now, the Dallas Open was the first major tournament for Season 2 of the Gears Pro Circuit, which saw an astonishing 59 teams turn out to compete for Gears glory.
Ooh, 12 teams were automatically seeded into pool play based on their Gears Pro points rankings, but the remaining 4 slots were decided by open bracket play. Proceeding from the grueling competition were teams Excite, Era, Eternity, Team Cryptic, and the real Cinderella story, 88 Chambers. Oh, I like that name.
Now, before the tournament, let's talk 88 Chambers. They'd only been able to cut their teeth on other amateur teams, and their advancement out of the open bracket was, quite frankly, a pretty big surprise. So placed in Pool B, 88 Chambers met some tough competition, facing teams like, Optic Gaming, Allegiance, Fable, hello, trifecta of danger.
Yep, after advancing into the losers bracket, 88 Chambers seemed to find their momentum against the pro teams, even winning matches against Supremacy and E United, and it seemed like they might have been carrying themselves forward into the finals. Unfortunately, the midnight bell rang for 88 Chambers, and their carriage turned back into a gross pumpkin as they lost to Allegiance into the third. I don't like pumpkins, they're gross. Still, their
Clearly.
performance has officially marked them as a team to watch going forward.
This is one of the many reasons I heart opens. Of course, the big story, as you all might imagine, is Optic Gaming's 4th consecutive LAN tournament win in the Gears Pro Circuit. Coming off their win in Las Vegas last season, Optic Gaming seems a favorite to take the Dallas Open with little resistance. They didn't have it much, and they were a favorite, obviously. But a loss in early pool play against Allegiance exposed what no one had expected from the green wall. Dun dun dun! Vulnerability. Bam bam.
There you go. Optic fought their way through the rest of the tournament unscathed, nary a weakness in sight until they faced Echo Fox. Though they were able to send Echo Fox to the losers bracket, a victory in the losers bracket saw Echo Fox and Optic in a rematch for the tournament title. After winning the first map, Optic seemed to lose some steam on the second, with Echo Fox obtaining a commanding lead of 5 rounds. Just when it seemed that Echo Fox would take the map, the Green Wall gained a second win and pushed forward to win 7 rounds in a row and win the match and the title of Gears Pro Circuit Dallas Open champions.
Absolutely. Now, first of all, hello, Earth Pepper 89. However, competition remains strong against the top 8 teams from the tournament, and Optic Gaming will have to defend their title at the Mexico City Open in January. That's the end of January. Could not be more excited. That's a great player base. Fantastic fans. Gonna be nuts. Now, if you'd like to relive the action, be sure to head over to mixer.com/Gears of War and mixer.com/Gears of War_Bravo to catch replays of the tournament on demand. And while you're there, check out episode 3 of Gears Pro Circuit All Access. Trust me, you're gonna like what you see.
There you go. What brand is that?
No, you're gonna like the way you look.
Oh,
I
Men's
guarantee
Warehouse.
it.
Men's Wear, yeah. Close enough.
You know, I
Close
got
enough.
there eventually.
I need to get a suit. I have a blazer
He
though.
needs a suit.
Somebody get me a suit.
I was going to say a little teaser while we're waiting for people to vote, which is actually, hey, here's a
It's up.
question, which we'll put up. Which team came the closest to defeating Optic at the Dallas Open?
All right, you all started this last week.
I'm going to vote. I
Vote.
did vote.
Oh, I don't even
It's
know
like
the
it's
answer.
a little bit like one of those. I can't wear earpieces. It turns out. It's a little bit like one of those things in school where you're like, you just read this comprehension.
Yeah,
like that's what it's called.
Yeah. And then
Like you
teacher
just
says,
read
"Pop
this.
quiz."
What did I read? And you're like, I don't know. I was
Te-
Facebooking.
That's what I was gonna say. I was on my phone. Teacher, what do you want me to do? Listen? Are you crazy?
Give me a break, teach.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of breaks, you
Let's
guys should. Oh, look
Echo
at that.
Fox.
Echo Fox.
And that's the right answer.
That is correct.
Woo! There
I
we
thought
go.
it was Allegiance, but never
you all
mind.
are listening. You're not
It's
Facebooking.
fine. I can't remember. I wasn't totally here mentally. Speaking of not being totally here mentally, let's see about what you guys would like us to talk about next.
Ooh. Voting
yeah.
options should be coming on your screen in just 1 second.
It's coming.
I'm willing it into
There
existence.
they are.
It is.
Mixer magic. Okay, so we're talking either Madden 18, Street Fighter 5, Gfinity style, League of Legends, or DreamHack Winter. DreamHack Winter, I'm a big DreamHack fan.
DreamHack?
I just, anytime you bring some of the, you got your DreamHacks, you got your Evos, you got, well, that doesn't make any sense. Wait, ESLs. You know what? Let's just.
It's okay.
But I will say what's also okay tonight. Post-show.
The Game Awards.
Game Awards is
Check it
happening.
out. I'm so excited. It's
This
gonna be
guy
so
gets
much
to
fun.
wear a blazer.
I have a blazer. It's going to be fantastic.
Speaking of.
What else is fantastic is that we have a winner, and it's Street Fighter 5. All right, let's kick it off. The Gfinity Elite Series playoffs have ended. If you haven't been following along, the Gfinity Elite Series is the United Kingdom's premier tournament series, including 3 games, those being, of course, Rocket League, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Street Fighter 5. For this segment, we're sticking to Street Fighter. After 7 long weeks of drama and high-quality matches in London's beautiful Gfinity's Esports arena, a champion has been crowned. Of the 8 elite teams that battled in this war of attrition, 4 made it to the playoffs. In order of seeding, we had teams Envy, Prophecy, Excel, and Infuse. Okay, go for it.
No, I feel like you were on a roll. And
I was on a
totally
roll?
Stopped.
All right,
Keep
let's
going.
do it.
Keep
Team
going.
Infuse made it to the playoffs with a surprising victory over Prophecy in a nail-biting set in the final week of regular season play. This time around, Prophecy set out to tell Infuse and audience at home that their loss was a fluke, and that message was well received. Prophecy trounced Infuse in a brutal 4-0 set in the semifinals, sending Infuse packing. Get out of here.
Exactly. Now, the next semifinal was much closer, as it was the long-awaited grudge match of the Season 1 finalists, Envy and Excel. Now, Excel ended up the set 2-2 after losing the first 2 games, but with Nassim Cloud defending Infectious in Game 5, Envy moved to the final. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, the grand final was perhaps the most surprising result of all. Envy had Prophecy with their backs against the ropes from the very beginning and never let up the pressure. Envy swept Prophecy in one of the most convincing 4-0 sets in Street Fighter 5 history, proving that they are truly unstoppable and being crowned champions. Now we're going to cut to a clip from the final set between Mr. Crimson of Team Envy and Shiv Ryukin of Team Prophecy. Let's take a look.
Let's.
All right, here we go. Is this the clip? Okay. So we see that they're fighting.
Okay, they are fighting.
That is my analysis of the situation. Is it incorrect? No.
No, it looks
All right,
like
here we
Crimson
go.
is handling Shiver. I think you pronounced their name correct. Oh, holy God. That is just mean.
Oh, there we go.
Shivarukin is just like, come from behind, but nope, there's just no way. There it is, that's the one. And that is all she wrote.
Perfect knockout. There you go. Victory and defeat.
There, that's the look, that's the face of a victorious esports gamer friend.
They also look slightly confused.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? Street Fighter 5 will undoubtedly be back for Season 3, but the finals for Rocket League and Counter-Strike are yet to come. So this Saturday, Rocket League will begin at 5 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, you heard me right. That's 2 a.m. Pacific, and CSGO will begin at 9 a.m. Eastern on mixer.com/Gfinity TV. So be sure to check it out.
Check it out.
8, as they say in Canada.
What's that?
8. They say 8.
Oh, out. And they say,
Out.
what's the fuss on the boot?
Foot boot.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
wearing a hat.
Canadians. I wish I was Canadian, but I like being American too. That's cool. All right, there we go. All right, so I believe we have, are we going to the question of that segment, or we're going to voting?
Well, we'll find out real quick.
Let's
Oh,
go to
we're
voting.
We're voties. Bodie McGinnis. We got
All right.
we got Madden on the boards here. We got Rocket League, also known as an E-League darling. What's up? League of Legends and DreamHack Winter.
All right, I'm going
Rocket League. I bet I know the answer to their question. Who won the Open?
There we go.
Actually, it was not the Open. It was a cup.
It was a oh, okay, there you go. Oh man,
bad.
I'm practicing Rocket League. One day you're gonna see me on there.
I'm feeling real good about your chances.
I know.
I'm feeling really good about them.
I'm a really great driver in real life, so that applies directly to Rocket League,
I
right?
think that's exactly how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah, I think so. My car just doesn't have it can't fly, so that's maybe
None
that's.
of the rocket stuff they talk about so much.
Yeah, but looks like we're gonna be talking about some Madden.
Let's hear it.
Let's do it. The Madden 18 Championship Series season has kicked off, and only the best remain in a competition called the Madden Classic. More specifically, the Madden Classic is a part of a series of 3 majors alongside the Madden Challenge and Club Championships. The top 2 players of each event, as well as the top 10 MCS point earners, will move on to the Ultimate League. On top of first place getting $100,000, players will receive $1,000 for every win in regular season games.
It's true. Now let's talk about the Madden Classic, which consists of 8 competitors, 4 from the online ladders, 4 from the Challenger events that face off on stage in the live finals for their spot in the Ultimate League and to be crowned the Madden 18 Classic champion. Now, why is this important? Let's talk last year's champion. That was Mike Skibo. Didn't really look that far for that gamer tag, but whatever. So it should come as no surprise that we saw Skibo in the final of this year's Madden Classics as well. Now, both competitors represented them Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Go Seattle Seahawks. Skibo's opponent, Joke, wasn't one and has nothing to laugh at. The final game came down to 24-20, but Skibo emerged the back-to-back Madden Classic champion. Now, to get more details on the Madden Classic and follow along with the Madden 18 Championship Series, yeah, check out EASports.com. Do it now.
EA Sports in the game. I always wanted to be the voice over that guy that said that.
I think you just were.
That's right. I fulfill my dreams.
Cool.
Right here.
Well,
wow.
I'm telling you right now.
Wow. Share this moment with all of you.
Let's share another one. Let's talk questions.
Ooh, question.
Give it a chance. So I guess with questions, you can, first of all, if you participate the entire time there, you're putting in your questions as fast as you can. We're going to find out who is the fastest and best.
And the most correct.
And the most
yeah.
correct. So I guess the best.
Yeah, that's the best.
During the I'm just saying, everybody loves gamification.
Exactly.
Let's talk about it. How many points did Skibo have in the final match?
Uh-oh.
Wow. The group seems to indicate 20.
20. Looks like 20 is going to win. That bar is just...
I feel like it's C, though. I feel like I could be wrong. Oh, I shouldn't have...
Ooh,
Whoopsies.
well, either everyone's wrong or you're...
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think...
Get your votes in. Here we go. Voting is closed.
0.
Everyone chose 20. The answer is... Suspense. 20! There we go.
Okay,
There
so
we
that's
go.
wrong. That's okie dokie. Well
Good
done,
job, good
Skibo.
job.
Well done for those back-to-backs. Speaking of back-to-backs, let's see what's coming up on next
to
for us.
vote. Yeah.
Oh, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Is on there?
It
Come
is
on.
on there. I'm telling
Now-
you. Did you see the? I don't know if you saw this.
What's that?
ESL
Okay.
had their first ever PUBG tournament, right? I don't know how if you realize how difficult it is to put on a tournament where 100 people battle it battle royale style.
Quite difficult.
It's really impressive too
Yeah.
to take a look at the actual just the arena and the way the LAN works is that you've got basically 4 chairs in each pod and there's just pod after pod after
Oh,
pod.
my goodness.
It's crazy.
PUBG changing the game, but
They are.
Yeah, I gotta imagine this is gonna win. Also, PUBG is nominated for a Game Award tonight. It's actually nominated for Game of the Year, so we'll see if it wins, but it definitely won this poll. Let's kick it off.
Yeah.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or PUBG as it's affectionately called, has taken the gaming world by storm, and with such high popularity, you bet esports teams want to be in on it. Earlier this summer, PUBG had their first offline invitational at Gamescom, and now Intel Extreme Masters just held the second invitational.
I am Oakland. It wasn't ESL.
I am
Sorry,
Oakland.
guys.
No worries, no worries. On November 18th, the plane took off. 20 squads of 4 people each began their journey to get that glorious chicken dinner at IEM Oakland
Yummy.
2017.
Now, the tournament awarded points based on kills and the final position each match. And the team with the most points after 8 games were crowned champions. That makes sense, right? We got the math out there. Now, out of the 8 matches played, 7 different teams scored first place in individual matches. So it was pretty much anybody's game.
Wow. Yes, after combining the points gained from the 8 matches, Ghost Gaming took home the bronze, losing the silver to Tempo Storm by just 10 points, the difference of just 1 kill. Also to note, Tempo made it to second place without a single chicken dinner. They placed in the top 3 times in the 8 matches, but a big factor for them were kill points.
Very impressive, and quite frankly, kill points are usually more important in everyday life as well, something to remember for all of you. However, leading Tempo by 235 points was AAA Gaming, who had 1 chicken dinner in match 6, helped them take home the gold in that invitational.
Yep. One clip we want to highlight is a brilliant play by Tempo Storm in Game 8. Valley 8 got the jump, and we don't have it. I'm glad I have my earpiece in for that. I would have been waiting.
That's okay. But we can highlight without highlighting, and I'll tell you something else. How much you want to bet you can find IEM Oakland VODs online so fast.
I'll bet all my money.
All of the money.
All of my money.
It's
I'll
true.
just go bankrupt.
It was truly an amazing tournament, and I think that's what's important.
That's what's important. I'm so excited to jump into PUBG when it releases on Xbox.
December 12th.
December 12th. That's
Game
Tuesday.
preview.
I'm
Game
so excited.
preview. Good luck to those of you trying to go to work that day.
Yeah. I think I may skip. We have tips and tricks that day, so maybe I have perfect attendance. I can't skip a day. So I guess I'll be playing when I get home.
I'll tell you something. Who doesn't? Ricari.
That's
Am
right,
I
Ricari.
right?
Just too big of a star. He was on 1 week, and then he's like, you know what? I got to go back to my celebrity
I get
friends.
it. I understand. Speaking of celebrities, let's talk about what's we're going
coming
to
up
be
next?
chatting about with our mouth holes.
All right, let's see. Voting is going to be open, and it's open now.
There it is. We got.
I'm going to look at your screen.
This is a Q&A. Okay, good, because I was sitting there going,
Okay.
Dacia and Scuba Diver are not things I've heard of in the esports scene.
All right, what's the name of the new water vehicle coming out in PUBG?
Yeah, that,
Let's see here.
shoot, I don't know PUBG very well.
Let's go. You want to go the road less traveled? And okay, we'll
That's
go
what
for
I just
water
did.
ball.
I just did that.
Okay, here we go. Water ball.
You know what? Aquarail sounds cooler.
What is it?
Aquarail. That sounds
Oh, that sounds way
cooler.
cooler. That has to be it.
I think.
And the majority of
maybe?
people say
I
it
don't
is.
know.
We got 3 seconds left.
Oh.
What's it gonna be? Oh,
Oh!
Aquarail.
And there it is. So if you chose Aquarail,
Good on
well
you.
done. By the way, try saying Aquarail
Can't
three
do it.
times fast.
Can't do it. I can't say
Aquarail,
words with
Aquarail,
R.
Aquarail, Aquarail,
Yeah.
doesn't work.
I can't even say words with R's one time. It's very difficult for me. It's a New York problem. All right, so let's see what we're going to talk about next. Voting is open.
Oh yeah, we got DreamHack Winter, we got League or Rocket League,
Rocket League.
E-League style, or finally coming in hot with some CS:GO from Gfinity.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Personal pick on this one?
Oh well, you know I'm gonna say DreamHack Winter,
There you go.
and I just did that because Thursday.
Because Thursday, and it's winning. It's
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were gonna say it's Wednesday, and I was like, wow.
well then. Everything I was told was a lie.
Yes, there it is.
There you go. DreamHack Winter
Yay!
wins.
Would you mind if I started this
Go
one off,
for
my
it, Kate.
friend?
Go
oh,
for
well,
it.
you are just a delight. The world's biggest digital festival and largest LAN party in the world took place this past weekend in French toast. Sweden. It took place in Sweden,
There you
okay?
go.
That's where it took place. At DreamHack Winter. Now, each year, this event brings in about 50,000 visitors. And this year, the event was open all day, every day. And besides all the crazy esports actions, there's no S's in there, it's a plural. Attendees could find music acts, creative competition, talks with game devs, cosplay, a giant expo floor, plus plenty awesome game culture.
That's right. There are pro and amateur tournaments for nearly every competitive game. Most of the tournaments were open to anyone. The top players then battled it out in front of thousands on the dedicated esports stages. Let's highlight a few of these tournaments, starting with the first champs in the DreamHack School Championships for CS:GO. Technicum, that's who it is. Their teamwork and coordination were key to their success as they moved through the ranks to take first place.
Oh, there's Puppy.
There it is.
Team Secret. Just saying he's
There you go. Oh man, look
not
at that
a
celebration.
CS:GO guy,
man.
but that's fine.
That is a party. As for the DreamHack Quake Championships Invitational, a single American managed to win in both disciplines. That guy was The Hang. He and the rest of Team Liquid made it through group stage and playoffs without losing a single map, ultimately crushing Stacked in the grand final. In duel, he beat out his competitors left and right, winning the final series 3-0.
It's true now. We just saw Puppy there from Team Secret. We'll talk about the Dota World. The European team, Team Secret, won Rogue Dream League Season 8, losing just a single game in playoffs and ultimately taking down Team Liquid in the final 3-0. Their win got the $500,000 plus 750 DPC points. Although, sadly enough, Puppy and his fabulous Team Secret were some of the first people to be eliminated from this year's International. But moving right along, let's talk about Finnish player Sally Zump Rinta.
Yes.
Rinta. Which
Rinta.
took DreamHack's Hearthstone. We just saw him. It took their Grand Prix, claiming shortly after his win that he had, quote, had it all along.
Wow.
That's going to go into the
I think
bravado or cockiness.
Yeah.
We all know what that
I'd
one
say
is.
confident, yeah.
It's true. Now, the Ukrainian team Navi beat out Mouse Sports in the grand final of the last DreamHack Astro Open for the year, winning 50 Gs. All in all, let's talk DreamHack Winter 2017. Looks like it was quite the success.
Yep.
A big congratulations to the winners, and well done, Sweden, for hosting such a premier event.
That's right. Nice. I've always wanted to go to Sweden.
Sweden,
So
known the world
Sweden.
over as some very good esports.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if that's the right phrase. I've never been. Wait, have I
okay.
been there? No, I don't think so. I've been to
Oh.
Switzerland.
Time to take a
Sorry,
tips and tricks
Sweden.
in This Week
You'd
in
like to
Esports.
have me go. Let's
Vacation.
go. Let's take it on the road, guys. Take it on the road. Speaking of things we're going to take on the road, let's hear about what you want to hear about, and I feel like it's going to be Rocket League. Oh, come on, guys, Rocket League. Rocket League, E-League, big deal.
Rocket,
Especially if you're into the letters G and the number 2.
but I feel like saying what we want is like ammo for people to choose something else. no, it's
okay.
working. It's working.
Well, you can see that. Or if you're into Rocket League,
Just pick it.
who isn't?
Right.
I couldn't think of one. Well, I could think of one person. My mom tried playing it once. She
was gonna
actually was
say.
remarkably good at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was really, really bothered if I'm
I
being
would
completely
never
honest.
give my parents a controller.
Hey, you know what?
Just embarrassing.
Let's talk about Rocket League.
Let's do it. The juggernaut that is E-League and Turner Broadcasting is turning out one thrilling event after another. And last weekend, the E-League Arena in Atlanta held the E-League Cup Rocket League. The cup fit an entire season of play into just one weekend with 8 of the world's best Rocket League teams pitched against each other for 3 days of play.
It's true. Now, the weekend started with best-of-5 round-robin matches, and teams Gale Force, G2, Mocket, and Cloud9 emerged as the leaders from their respective groups. Those are pretty much the do-all and end-all in that scene anyway. Both semifinal games went as expected, with Gale Force deftly defeating Cloud9 4-1, and G2 Esports taking Mocket 4-1 as well. Now, that meant for a blisteringly close final, as Gale Force and G2 swapped rounds. G2 ultimately prevailed, taking Gale Force 4 games to 3 and winning their team 70K. Not too bad for a weekend's worth of work.
Yep.
For complete results, visit eleague.com/Rocket League.
Man.
Uno más? Are we
Uno
being told
más.
for?
Man, $70,000. That would pay off my school loans.
Wow. You have. Oh no, mine's okay. I was like,
Yeah.
you have not that much, and I was like, oh no. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, look, FIFA has found its way
Ooh,
onto the board.
FIFA.
Now, of course, we still have League of Legends, Street Fighter 5 for Red Bull, and Counter-Strike for Gfinity. Boy, FIFA 18, man. I mean, let's talk about it.
FIFA's,
There's some good stuff happening over there.
yeah. Everyone loves them some football. I love FIFA, actually. I'm not any good at it, but I love it nonetheless.
Why not?
Classic.
Classic.
So it looks like
League of Legends
wins.
won. Actually, this is an interesting one. We're taking you back. Sometimes we like to bring in some older information because I think it does a really good job of showcasing where we've been, because where we're going is going to be crazy. Let's talk the 2017 League of Legends competitive season that came to a close with the ever-loved Worlds. Now, this tournament took place in cities across China. Of course, this was back at the end of September until the finals in early November. Now, the initial prize pool totaled $2.2 million, but by the end had nearly doubled to $4.5 million. Oh no, literally doubled to $4.5 million.
My
So it's
goodness.
not the 24 mil for Dota, but still, MOBA fans, listen up.
Yeah.
24 teams were invited in total. They battled through round after round, Ryan Robin style, to make it to the finals. Now in the quarterfinals, competition, of course, as you might imagine, with Worlds and League of
Fierce.
Legends, fierce. Enough that the familiar giants, we're talking Fnatic, Misfits, Cloud9, knocked from the competition. Yowza. But one match stood out as South Korean team Samsung Galaxy took out Longzhou Gaming 3-0. Now, in the semifinals, South Korea's Telecom T1, Telecom won. Anyway, beat out China's Royal Never Give Up. They were a very big team, and they have been for years, while Samsung Galaxy took a nice win against Team WE. Now, this meant it was Telecom versus Samsung Galaxy in the final. Anyone headed up against SK Telecom 1 should be nervous. They won the last 2 years of the Worlds. Yeah, you should be nervous.
Yeah.
It's fine. Now, the winner of the final, apparent from the start, but it may not have been who you expected. As it turns out, Samsung Galaxy took it in a sweep.
In a sweep. But don't feel bad for Telecom. While it might have been nice to get a third Worlds win in a row, second place still meant that they took home $600,000. As for Samsung Galaxy, first place meant taking down the reigning champions. Oh, and the $1.7 million chump change, I'm sure. Congrats to them for their epic win. To take SK Telecom down 3-0 is a huge deal. Speaking of big deals or huge deals, the finals actually broke last year's record with 60 million unique viewers. That paired with the over $2 million in donations means this year's Worlds is lauded as one of the best tournaments in League of Legends history.
I'm telling you, quite the Worlds. And,
nice.
quite frankly, listen, SK needed to be taken down.
I mean, yeah, if you win two years in a row,
I'm trying to
come on.
remember there's the team dynamic on that one particularly, and I think it's XPEK. Oh God, I can't remember. Either way, the point is that they needed some time to just. We needed a come from behind story. It's quite
Yeah.
frankly, Samsung Galaxy is still pretty big, so whatever. But you know
Yeah.
what? Speaking of pretty big things, let's talk about upcoming tournaments. Do you mind if I talk Overwatch for a
Go
second?
for it. Go for
Just
it.
for the second, that's all the show. Okay, here's the deal. After all the hype and speculation, the Overwatch League has entered into its preseason stage. Yesterday marked the first day of play between some of the newly created Overwatch teams. We strongly suggest you check out those matches. The new studio looks sleek, and they'll only get better at their craft as time goes on. Go to OverwatchLeague.com to check out the match schedule for the rest of the week for games being played on MLG.com.
Ooh, and let's move on to some Call of Duty. Speaking of MLG, they'll be down in Dallas conducting the first event of the Call of Duty esports season for World War II. The CWL Dallas Open represents the beginning of Stage 1, and guessing from how hyped previous Call of Duty events have been, we can only assume it'll be bigger and better this weekend as boots on the ground returns to the competitive scene. Head over to callofduty.com/esports for articles and more information on the event going down this weekend.
It's true. Well, let's talk Rainbow Six. The Rainbow Six Siege Pro League Season 3 Finals, that is. Now, occurred a couple of weekends ago, and we've been steadily reporting on it for this show. As a bonus, we're happy to announce that both days of the show will be rebroadcasted on Mixer.com/Channel 1 starting at 11 a.m. Pacific this weekend for our esports content block. Kudos to Ubisoft for working with us to cover this event. We're excited to see what's next with the Six Invitational coming up next year.
Yeah.
Boy, sometimes words
Words are
say
hard.
out loud with face.
But it's okay. Let's go on to the honorable mention that's every week. Paladins Console League. We have our Mixer exclusive League Paladins Console Series continuing this weekend with EU and NA action on Mixer.com/Paladins Games, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific. Remember that anyone on the Xbox or PlayStation 4 can play in these tournaments, so take a chance. Sign up and maybe we'll be talking about you in a future episode. Head over to paladinsworld.com for more information and the full schedule.
It's true. Now, don't worry, guys. We'll be right here each and every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel, Mixer.com/This Week in Esports. Now, be sure to watch our past episodes right before on our channel page and follow us on the Twitters at WatchMixer for updates on the show and to know, frankly, what's happening in the wide world of esports.
That's right. Also, tune into #Esports Weekend starting at 8 a.m. Pacific this Saturday. We only show esports content on Mixer.com/Channel 1 during the weekends.
And finally, don't forget to watch our
Most importantly,
Don't forget to tune in, navigate to, or click on our sister show hosted by this guy and a guy named Ethan. It's called Tips and Tricks. It's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on Mixer.com/Tips and Tricks. And I suspect that there you will find tips and or
as well as tricks.
both things.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to check out the Game Awards tonight. Being broadcast on Mixer.com/The Game Awards. So self-explanatory, as well as the post show, because I'll be on it and it'll be cool.
Yeah, they're going to have some fun things. They're going to say some cool stuff. And quite frankly, I'll be watching. So for that and many more things, I say thank you, Malik.
Thank you, Kate, for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Just love all the love in the room. You have a fabulous Thursday.